Welcome to our home, and these beautiful put them close, these beautiful red roses. The red ones are called Mr. Lincoln.
Ooh, they're my favorite.
And they smell just gorgeous.
Wow. Whoa, that's nice.
Yeah, a lot of people know about these kinds of roses.
I know, Mr. Lincoln.
All right, so last week we were on the Alaska couples retreat cruise, which was amazing, really an amazing experience. But in preparing for that, we pre-recorded last week's video, and we didn't realize that last week was Father's Day. And Father's Day is really important. We thought it was this weekend. So here we are, and we're going to do something special for Father's Day. And really, it's not all about fathers. It's really about seeing the love in all people and appreciating the unique way that it comes through. So I'll begin with fathers. So not everyone has the father that they really wanted. I mean, most people want a father that sits and listens to their feelings, is really interested in their feelings, and what else? Like, just, so...
Loves them unconditionally.
Yes, and so sensitive to everything about them, and wants to be with them totally. Doesn't have any addictions whatsoever.
Right, and makes the time. Gives enough time.
Gives a lot of time that really shows the child that they are the top priority.
Yeah.
And not everyone has a father like that. Some people do. Some people did. I didn't necessarily, and Barry didn't necessarily either. My father loved me very much, but he didn't want to hear about my feelings at all. He thought that was a very private matter that I should just keep to myself. He did give me a lot of time. He helped me with homework. He was, very, very interested in me. But as far as my feelings, no. And that's probably the area that I was craving the most. Someone to just listen to me. It's for all that was going on inside of me. But that wasn't my father. And my father wasn't he hugged me a lot, but he had difficulty expressing appreciation and love. And so as I grew older, I began to look, how did my father express love? It wasn't necessarily in the ways that I thought I needed, but still, he was expressing his love. So my father was a carpenter by hobby. He was an engineer by profession, but a carpenter by hobby, and he loved wood and making things. And when we got married, we moved all over the place, all over the country. And the first place we lived was in Nashville, Tennessee. And my father came to visit. They drove down from Buffalo, and he brought his toolkit with him and some boards. I had no idea what he was doing. And one day I heard all this hammering, and I got upset with him because it was an apartment and everyone could hear everything. And he's like, I'm almost done. And it wasn't until after they left that I discovered that he had put 2 shelves in the closet, and they were really nice shelves that we needed, really. So then we moved to LA, and the same thing happened. We moved to Portland, and the same thing happened. And then we lived in different places in Santa Cruz, and the same Same thing happened. And then we lived in a home that we had for 13 years. And my parents would come and watch our little girls while we did our Hawaii retreat. And it was a ritual every time we'd come back after a week. And my dad would just sit there behind his newspaper, and we would look and discover all these shelves that he had, especially in the kitchen. He kind of ran out of space, so he was putting little shelves on top of bigger shelves. And I finally got it, you know? That was my dad's way of saying, I love you so much. This was a way that he was really comfortable expressing his love. And once I got that, it just became really, really special. And now we've lived in this house for 33 years. And before my dad died, he built all kinds of shelves. I have bookcases. And he actually built a whole workshop because they lived next door for a while. And every shelf, every bit is his way of saying, I really love you. And this is the way that I can show it. And I think, you know, it's important in life to realize how people are comfortable showing their love. It isn't always the way you think you need, but if you look and you're attentive, it's there.
Now, my dad showed his love through food. Okay, he cooked.
Yes.
He cooked, and that was his form of expressing love. And the story that really stands out for me was actually the last time I saw my dad alive. My parents actually went on an Alaska cruise, like we just did last week. But when they came back from the cruise, they were spending some time with my dad's brother, my uncle, in San Francisco, and I had a workshop that I was doing up north, and so it wasn't hard for me to swing by San Francisco to see my parents and my uncle on my way north. And my dad cooked a meal for me. He made one of my favorite meals, stir-fried tofu and vegetables, Chinese style, right? And he was busy cooking, and we had a hug because we always hugged each other. And we sat down to eat, and my dad couldn't eat. You know, he was just not able to eat at that point in his life, not very much. So he sat there at the table, and he watched me eat, and it gave him great pleasure to watch me eat. And then at one point he said, Barry, I know we had a hug when you came, but would you mind if we have another hug? I said, sure. So we got up and he hugged me again. And then he sat down, still couldn't eat, watched me eat. And a little bit, like maybe 5 or 10 minutes later, he asked again, could we have another hug? And we had another hug. And actually, it happened one more time. And I remember just, not thinking that much of it. But that was the last time I would hug my dad, because 1 month later, he died. And I think back to that was a lunch, actually. And that's one of my favorite memories of my dad, okay? He cooked for me, but he couldn't eat it himself, but he could watch me enjoying his food as love. It always touches me to think about that.
And there were some difficult parts.
Oh, yeah.
With your dad.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
to find, I think in healing our relationship with our parents because there was a lot of difficulty,
Yep.
is to find, like Barry just did, to find a memory where the love came through, and to really feel that. And in finding that memory, some people don't have a lot of memories, but even if you can find one, it can help you to heal your relationship with your parents and come to peace. It's so important in this life to come to peace with who our parents were or are. Those of you that are blessed to have parents still living.
Yeah. So we're going actually tomorrow to have a river trip with our family, with our kids and with our grandkids. We're all going to be on the Klamath River probably. And the last time I was on a river trip, which was a month or so ago, I wrote a song about flowing with the river and how sometimes we fight the river, and that doesn't go well. You know, to fight what the current is trying to take us. So this is a song about that. Tried fighting the river, but I lose every time. The current is here to take me to a place where all will be fine. I've tried fighting the river, but I lose every time. The current is here to take me to a place where all will be fine. I want to flow with the river. If I fight, surely I'll miss her. I want to flow with the river and trust. I want to flow with the river. That's all I want to give her. I want to flow with the river and trust. Life has been quite the journey, the river winding and long. But when I follow my heart, my boat will be filled with song. Life has been quite the journey, the river winding and long. But when I follow my heart, my boat will be filled with song. I want to flow with the river. If I fight, surely I'll miss her. I want to flow with the river and trust. I want to flow with the river. That's all I want to give her. I want to flow with the river of life. I want to flow with the river. If I fight, surely I'll miss her. I want to flow with the river and trust. I want to flow with the river. That's all I want to give her. flow with the river of life. I want to flow with the river of life. I want to flow with the river. Take a moment, close your eyes. Really, let's flow together with this river of life. And flowing with the river includes finding gifts in all of our relationships, finding the ways that people have shown their love, that our parents, our fathers, our mothers have shown their love. Not the way we've wanted sometimes, but they've shown their love in the way that they know how. Through building shelves, through cooking food. All right. Thanks, everybody. Open your eyes and happy Father's Day, even a week late.
So the homework for this week is, and you can do this with your mothers too, is to find a memory that really touches your heart. There might be 99 painful memories. And by going over and over those, you can make your life miserable and get really depressed.
Yeah.
But if you find one good memory and feel that the love was there, it really can be transformative and healing.
Yeah.
So, and for us as parents, we're hoping that our children, our 3 children, can remember that we tried, that we're trying.
We made mistakes.
To get, we're doing the best we can, the best we know how.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so much love.
Yeah. I really love being a dad.
I know, very good.
And I especially love being a dad to your little girl.
I love that too. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody.